With the season of Invisible Fight Girl finished, I gotta say that I'm excited to see what the show does in the future. And with the finale, I have good reason to be excited for what happens next. In the two-part finale, Formation, the Perm Gang strikes back, and the missing piece, Annie takes on the Perm Gang, who wants their revenge as she also tries to learn the perfect strike, something that has been eluding her throughout the season. We find out the tragic backstory of the Perm Gang, and don't get me wrong, it's sad and I get why they ended up the way they did, but I mean, they really made a mess of Accountant Island. Just because their receipts were lost? Come on, that's a little much. Anyway, the fight goes back and forth as confidence shifts between Andy and the Perm Gang. Gotta hand it to Andy though, she's in a 1v4 and is doing quite well, all things considered. The only problem is that her perfect strike still isn't coming out like it should. But after a surprising pep talk coming from Craig, Andy realizes what she's been doing wrong with the perfect strike. She's been trying to do the technique exactly how Aunt P did it, and ultimately, she was trying to become her idol rather than being her own person. It's fine to take inspiration, but you should stand tall being yourself. And honestly, that perfectly describes the show in general. You could easily see its influences, and I'll admit, I was worried that the show would try too hard to be something that we've already seen, but as the show went on, it really started to find its footing and prove itself as its own thing. And with that realization, Andy finally pulls off her own perfect strike, shocking everyone and blowing away the Perm Gang. While everyone is celebrating, Andy also draws the attention of the mysterious scouter, someone who has a history with Aunt P and seems like the reason she ended up the way she did. Aunt P decides to teach Andy as a way to protect her, and as the season ends, we're left with a lot of questions about what goes on in this wrestling world and have the setup for our big bad. I ended up liking this show a lot. The animation was great, and once we got our three main characters together, things started to click. They play off each other well and have great chemistry with each other, cementing themselves as the heart of the show. A lot of the side characters were interesting as well, and I hope to see more of them in season 2. I also hope there's a season 2. And hey, don't try to be someone else, just be who you are. You'll be surprised by the things you're capable of.